In this video, we are going to see how to get Twilio SMS notifications for new Trello card. So we want that every time a new card is created in Trello, then automatically an SMS notification should be sent to the admin telling them about a new creation of Trello card. Now, how can that be done? For this, the two applications have to be integrated, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application will be Trello and your action application would be Twilio. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply click on sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks so that you can explore this entire application. Now I'm going to click on sign in as I'm an existing user here. And here we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. As we do that, here we have reached the dashboard. On the right hand side, you can see a tab create workflow. Let's click on this and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is that every time a new Trello card is created, then automatically an SMS notification should be sent to the admin. So I'm going to click on create here. And here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action here is the response of your trigger application. Now, as per this integration, my trigger application will be Trello. Let's click on this. And now the trigger event. So this is the event that is going to make my workflow run, and here it would be new card. Let's click on connect. So as soon as we do that, here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with a Trello account. I have already logged into my Trello account. So now I'm going to click on add new connection, and to set up this connection we need the username, API key and token. So once you have logged into your Trello account, just click on this hyperlink here. As you do that, this here is the API key. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste this over here, then going back, here you have a hyperlink token. Let's click on this. Now this here is the username. So again, I'm going to copy this and paste this here. Then we have the token. So as I scroll down, you can see a tab allow. Let's click on this, and this here is your token. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste this over here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. And as we do that, here we can see that Trello and Pabbly Connect are now connected. Once this is done, we have to select the board and the list. Let me show you my Trello account. So this here is my Trello account, and here I've got the following boards like class board, connect notice board, etc. Now I'm going to work on one particular board which is project notice board. Now within this board we have got various lists like Jira issues, solved issues and new issues. Let's say that I want to work on this list new issues. So I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to select the board which is project notice board, and then we have the list. So I'm going to select new issues. Now let's click on save and send test request. As I do that, it is asking me to do a test submission in the application in order to capture the response here. Basically, we have to do a mock test. We have to create a mock Trello card. So going back here, I'm going to click on add a card. Let's say the name of the card is dummy card. So once this is created, I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect. So here you can see that we have immediately received the response as the API response, where we have received the name of the card. Okay, so as I take you down, this new issues is the name of the list. Then again, as I take you down, here you can see dummy card. So we have received the name of the card. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a feature by Pabbly which is delay. Why? Because I want to create a card, but I also want to add certain details like the description, associated person, the label and the due date. Now since as soon as I create a card, it is giving me the API response. So I'm going to choose this feature by Pabbly which is delay, so that our workflow can be delayed for let's say 2 minutes Meanwhile, we can add the description in the card. So here, let's delay it for 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to click on save and send test request, and now I'm going to go back, and here I'm going to add information. So let's say that the description here is just random dummy description. Then the members, so I'm going to add Pabbly apps. Then we have the label, let's say it is green. Then we have the date, let's say it is 27th of February. Save. If you wish to add any attachment, you can always do that. And now I'm going to close this. So taking you back to Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to add another action step. So here I'm going to choose my action application as Trello, and what would be the action event to get the card details. So let's go down, and here we have get a card. So we have received the card ID, and now I'm going to get the card details through the ID. Let's click on connect, and I'm going to go ahead with the existing connection. Now here we have to map the card ID. How do I do that? So as I click on this, it is showing me the previous steps. Let's go to step 1, and here I'm going to look for the ID. So as I scroll down, so you can see this is the action data card ID. So this is the ID that we require. And now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So as soon as I do that, now here we have received the response. First of all, this here is the due date. Then this here is the description. Then as I scroll down, this was the label. Here is the URL of the dummy card, which basically means that we have received this information. So now I'm going to choose my last action step. And here the application would be Twilio, as I want to send an SMS. So the action event here would be to send SMS message. Let's click on connect. Here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Twilio account. So I'm going to click on add new connection. Now to set up this connection, we need the account SID and authorization token. All you have to do is first you have to log into your Twilio account. So once you have logged in, so this here would be the dashboard, and as you scroll down, you will find account SID. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste this over here and here. Then we need the authorization token. So here is the authorization token. Let's copy this and paste this over here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. So once this is done, now the body of the SMS. A new Trello card has been created. Okay, now I'm going to provide the details. So first of all, the name of the card. For this, I'm going to map the information once again. So I'm going to go to step 1. And as I scroll down, this here is the name of the card. Now this process is known as mapping, and this is important so that we can have the new data into consideration. If I had written this manually, so when my workflow would be running again with the new information, it wouldn't take the new information into consideration. Instead, it will take the manually written data here. And that is why it is important to map. Next, we need the description. So again, let's go to step 3. Okay, and as I scroll down, this here is the description. Now I need the due date. So again, let's go down, and here we have the due date. Now remember that you can always format the date. If you want only the date or the time or in a different format, you can use a feature by Pabbly which is date time formatter. I'm just going to leave it like this. And now let's also map the label. So again, here the label was green. This is it. And finally, I'm going to just write regards. So this SMS is going to the admin so that he is well aware of all the cards that are created in Trello. Now comes the sender's number. For this, we are going to go to Twilio, and this is my sender's number. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. Then comes the recipient's number. I'm not going to map this. Why? Because this is an admin's number. This is going to be static. So I'm just going to write it. Remember that you are supposed to write it in this format, which means that you have to write it with the country code and plus sign, and then comes the number. So once this is done, let's click on save and send test request. And here we have received the API response according to which an SMS must be sent, and here is the screenshot of the same. Yes, we have received an SMS that says a new Trello card has been created, details, dummy card, dummy description, then here is the due date and the label. Now, This means that our integration is a success, but we also need to check the same in real time. So I'm going to go back to Trello, and here I'm going to add another card. Let's say this is a test card, and now I'm going to add the information. So let's say the member here is this. Then we have the label. This time it is orange, and then we have the date. So let's say the due date is 28th of Feb, and the description here is test description. Okay, now I'm going to click on save, and as soon as this card is created here, what should happen? Automatically an SMS must be sent to the designated number, and since we have a delay of 2 minutes, so we are going to wait for 2 minutes so that this entire process can be processed. And here we have received the SMS, and here is the screenshot of the same. So which basically means that yes, our integration process is a complete success. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So here our trigger application was Trello, where the event was new card. Then we had put a delay by Pabbly so that the workflow can be delayed for 2 minutes and the entire information can come together when we are sending the SMS. Then our action application was Trello, where we had to get the card details, and final action application was Twilio, where we had to send an SMS message. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.